Hey y'all, I am here tonight with you. I know, actually tonight, right? So, just welcome you to tune in for this special night update. Um, just wanted to give you kind of update about my weekend. Just really had a really great weekend. I see audience is still building up, so give it some time for you to come in. But I say hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again to this special night edition. Just really to just give you an update about my weekend. It really had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I did my first round of course, Christmas parties, starting off, and everything was just really, really wonderful. First off, the Christmas breakfast that my Sunday school class threw. Excuse me, I see I need to wake up. My eyes are looking closed like I'm half asleep, but which I am. So, but I just wanted to update. Really had just a wonderful weekend. Like I said again, first off with the Christmas breakfast. Definitely, those of you that came out to the breakfast, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time. Just really had a great time. I see Kenan, you're watching. Hey Kenan, thank you for tuning in. But just had a wonderful time. First of all, with the Christmas breakfast that my Sunday school class threw, of course, Virtuous Woman on behalf of the West Angeles YWCC. Just hopefully, I pray that those of you who came out had a wonderful time. Hey, Kenan, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. We just had a wonderful time with of course, it was a great breakfast and the festival of tables and the mini seminars, and of course, our guest speaker, which was Judge Maybelline Ephraim. She spoke on her life lessons. So she has their book called Life Lessons. So that's what she spoke about, of course, giving us those lovely tips on when you're dating. I mean, really had some good stuff, some good knowledge. But definitely, back to the festival of tables. Once again, big shout out to those who voted in the festival of tables. I'm reiterating again that my It's a Wonderful Life table won for most whimsical. And I was kind of surprised about that, because at one hand I was like, when I thought about my table, I was like, whimsical? But I guess it can be. Hey, Chris, thank you for tuning in. Definitely thank you for tuning in and having you there at the breakfast. Of course, you're such a great help, of course, to Judge Maybelline, making sure that she's straight and doing what she's able to do. So definitely big ups to you, Chris. Hopefully you had a wonderful time at the breakfast as well. But it was just really a great event. Once again, just shout out to those who voted in the Festival of Tables. Like I said, my table won for most whimsical, which was awesome. It was really great, and it was just funny because I want to share about how that table came about. Yep, it was great seeing you too, Chris. It was great seeing you. Yeah, I mean, it'd been a minute since I saw you, so it was really great seeing you too. But how the table came about, because understand this was well, just our second time putting together this particular breakfast. And last year I just helped my teacher decorate her table, and this year I was kind of like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna do a table. I probably just help out with somebody else again. But it really sparked the interest when I posed that question last week, because I posed a question and somebody answered it and won the ticket to come to the breakfast. And it was a question, of course, about the movie It's a Wonderful Life, because for those of you who are there or was not there, our theme for our breakfast was called It's a Wonderful Christ. Now, it was taken from Isaiah 6 and 9, but also we had that theme because of the movie It's a Wonderful Life. And like I said, posing that question, I see Natalie is watching. Hey, Natalie, thank you for tuning in and watching. But yeah, when I posed that question last week, I guess that's what started to spark up the interest in doing the table. And it's funny how it won for most whimsical, because that was really on a whim that I decided, because it wasn't until that like Thursday or Friday morning where I started just getting the stuff together. Hey Natalie, thank you for tuning in tonight. So I just at the last minute really started getting those pictures together, which was just a matter of just printing pictures out online and stuff like that. And then just really just thinking back, because there was a point in time where it was so funny with trying to pose questions this weekend. I kept running people that never seen the movie, but I remember it was a important time. My first time seeing the movie It's a Wonderful Life was back in '93. That was the first time I saw the movie myself, and I remember that I was kind of in a bad place, really. It was just one of those moments where I had to really look at Jacqueline Price and her demons. And it's funny how that came about, watching that that movie came about. Because I always say every year that would come on, I'd be like, oh, well, maybe I'll check it out. And of course, never did. But it's funny with everything that was going on that year in '93. Like I said, just was kind of in a bad place. And it was funny, that year I was interested, and I finally watched it for the first time. And I really encourage those of you who have, if it's some of you out there that's never saw the movie It's a Wonderful Life, I welcome you to watch it just once, because it's really a poignant film. I mean, you want to talk about a film that's way before its time. I mean, you really want to talk about a film that's way before its time. And I don't know if the director or the actors were really thinking that far ahead at the time. But when you think about it, see, this year, this makes the 70th anniversary. I mean, this movie is 70 years old. Mark is watching. I see you, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, this movie makes 70 years this year. I mean, came out in 1946, and here it is, 2016. So 70 years this movie is celebrating, and it's really poignant. Like I said, I don't know if the directors or the actors really thought about what they were doing at the time and what message they were really bringing forth at the time. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but I mean, for it to really have a lasting effect to this day. I mean, think about the powerful message. Because like I commented last week when I was giving the answer to the question, that was really first film where you saw 70 years ago where somebody's life mattered. See, like nowadays, you talk about Black Lives Matter, but understand everybody's life matters. Everybody's life matters. See Joanna watching. Hey, Joanna, thank you for tuning in. But everybody's life matters. Okay? And that's the real powerfulness of that piece. Your life matters. And that's what George Bailey found out, because he was ready to take himself out. But the angel Clarence had to really show him how life would have went had he not made his mark in the world. Clarence, the angel Clarence, the angel Clarence had to show him that. And it was just really powerful. All the stuff that would have happened or wouldn't have happened had he not lived. And he finally saw, he wanted to live. I see Calvin watching. Hey, Calvin, thank you for tuning in. So that's just a really powerful movie. And if you never seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life, I welcome you to watch it. Because that is one movie that will show you that your life matters. Okay? They talk about Black Lives Matter, but your life matters. Hey, Joanna. Hi. Thank you for tuning in. But your life matters. That's all I can tell you. Your life matters. Your life matters. So that's what really sparked up during the table. And it seemed like this year, here it is this year again, I was the year started off okay, but then I got into kind of a bad place again. So to have this table, doing this table kind of be, once again, the crescendo of ending this year is just kind of powerful. And being reminded once again that your life matters. My life matters. Your life matters. Whoever is watching this broadcast, your life matters. Doesn't matter what race, creed, or color, whatever you are. Your life matters. That's what I challenge you to do. And thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much for your congrats. Thank you. But that's all I got to say to you out there. Your life matters. And I challenge you to look back over your life and think about that very thing, about what would have happened or what wouldn't have happened if I wasn't here. See, a lot of things would have or would not have happened in all of our lives if we were not here right now. See, for me, this show, this broadcast wouldn't be happening right now if I was here. And Lord knows that's just for starters, right? That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just one thing I rattled off. See, you really got to think about that. What would life have been like had you not been here? That's a powerful thing to think about. And that, when you go to thinking about really looking at your life for what it is and the blessing that it is, then maybe you'll just see that your life matters too. So with that, again, definitely I say a big thank you to those who voted in the Festival of Tables. It was just something so simple. It was just something so simple. All it was, what I put on that table, it was just 14 pictures, a bell, an angel, and an audio clip. But hopefully, definitely, it spoke to someone out there. Because there's so many different ways in which to minister. And that's what I hope in the end, of course, my table did, was minister to someone out there, saying that, hey, Jesus loves you and He has a plan and a purpose for your life, and your life doesn't matter. You are here on this earth for a reason. There's a reason that God placed you on this earth during this particular time. And it's up to us to figure out why. It's up to us to figure out what was that reason for us being put on this earth. You know, why are we here? Have you ever took the time to ask yourself, hey, why am I here? Or if you ever asked it, did you take the time to wait for the answer? See, that can be a problem. We ask the question, but then we don't wait on the answer. Or we think maybe that there is no answer. We're just here existing and spectating. But we're not here to just spectate. We're not here to just exist. I see Vina is watching. Hi, Vina. Thank you for tuning in. But we're not here to just exist and spectate. You know, we're not here. We're not here to just exist and spectate. As I say all the time, God has a plan and a purpose for your life. He has a plan and a purpose for all, you know, he doesn't, you know, he doesn't, there's no such thing as a giftless person. Because, you know, you may have heard somebody, or maybe you have said at one point, oh, I don't have any gifts. That's not true. God don't make giftless people. He just does not do that. Now, you may not know what your gifts are, and that's up to you to, you know, have that deep conversation with the Lord to find out what are your gifts. Because the majority of the time, that's it. You don't know what your gifts are, or you haven't recognized your gifts, but you have a gift. Like I said, God does not make giftless people. He don't do that. He puts something, if it's nothing more than just one gift, he's given us all something in which to bless the world with. He's given us something. And that's up to us to find out from him what that something is. He's given all of us something to bless the world with. Little did I know, like I said, I always see myself as an actress first and foremost, but little did I know that at one point he was going to give me a radio show. You know? I mean, I always liked radio, but there was a point you couldn't have told me that I was going to do a radio show and I would have believed it. But here I am doing a radio show. Like I said, I see Miss Terry is watching. Hey, Miss Terry, thank you for tuning in. But here I am doing a radio show. Like I said, there was a point in time you couldn't have told me I was doing a radio show. Like I said, I see myself as an actress first and foremost. I mean, I know for me, that's my main gifting is with acting. Hey, Miss Terry, thank you for tuning in. So, I mean, that's my main gifting, but like I said, God has placed different gifts in us. See, I think back to October the 20th, 2010, when I started the Thoughts for Vision blog. I could have, you know, that thought came to mind. I could have charged it to being the chili dog that I ate. You know, when that thought came to mind, because all that God said on October the 20th, 2010 was start your own blog. That's all he said. That's all he said. Now, I could have easily charged that to being the chili dog that I ate. And I could have passed that. I could have let that thought pass, right? But no, thank God I grasped onto it. Didn't know why he was asking me to start the blog. I just started it. I even started, it's just funny. I even started it kind of grudgingly, to be honest with you, because I really didn't understand why he was asking me to start the blog. I just really didn't understand why he was asking me to do that. I see Mark is watching. Hey, Mark, thank you for tuning in. So I really didn't get why he was asking me, but thank God the most important part is that I followed through. And, well, here I am today with a blog, with a radio show, and who knows what else he will open and let come my way, you know, as well as, of course, still doing the acting, you know. So I just thank God for my life and what it is, and it ain't always easy, you know. Life is tough. Life is tough. But he built us all to handle the tough in our lives. God placed in us the wherewithal, because the Bible says he will not put more on you than you can bear. Although sometimes it don't feel like that, doesn't it? I mean, sometimes it feels like he's putting everything on us, as they say, but the kitchen sink, right? But he says he doesn't put anything, he will not put any more on us than we can bear. Hey, Mark, thank you for tuning in. So he won't put more on us than we can bear. So that means he built us to handle whatever is in our life. He built us where we can handle it. Whatever is going on in your life, he built you to handle it. That's just the bottom line. Whatever is going on, you can make it, and you will survive through it. You know, we're just human. This is just flesh. So we have our frailties where it seems like life is getting tough, and it can kind of get us down sometime. But just know, with God, you can handle anything that is going on in your life with your situation. Okay? That's pretty much all I have to say, but I just wanted to definitely just take the time to just talk about my weekend. And like I said, I really enjoyed having my first round of Christmas parties this weekend. Like I said, I did the Virtuous Woman Christmas breakfast, and then I went to the Young Adult Ministries Christmas party at West A, and then, of course, last night I was at the 168 Christmas party. And for those of you who don't know what 168 is, that's a Christian film festival that's put on every year that I help out with. I've been on teams before with some of the films and productions, and shout out to the founder and president of the 168 Film Festival, John David Ware. It was so great seeing you again, my good friend. Just always have you in prayer, and just continue what you're doing, because God is with you. God is with you. So, and I definitely welcome y'all to check out and participate in 168 for next year. And definitely, for more info about 168, you can go to the website at www.168film.com. Once again, that's www.168film.com. Later on, after the broadcast, I'll type in the link for you where you can directly go to. But like I said, the founder and president of the 168 is John David Ware. Just really doing a great work. Him and his staff really doing a wonderful and great work through 168. So I just take this time to honor you, my friend, and just keep up the good work. And nothing but the best is in store for 168. Okay? And with that, that's all I got to say for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in once again. For more info about me about Thoughts for Vision, you can go to my website at www.jackieap.com. You want more info about the blog, radio shows, social network pages. You need my acting resume. If you want to make a donation to what I'm putting on and doing, please feel free to go to what I like to call my one-stop shop at www.jackieap.com. Once again, that's www.jackieap.com, okay, if you need any further info about me. And with that, that's going to wrap up this special night edition. Y'all take care. Thank you so very much.